Hello guys, welcome back to another Podcast and Gaming video. This is Grandpa's Farm. So last time I was here, we got the wheat planted and the nitrogen and pH is bad. So I'm going to have to get probably some fertilizer, but I've been thinking about probably ordering some manure and just spreading it. So because I think that lasts for longer than fertilizer. So today is harvest day, and I gotta get started on my combine. Gotta grease it, make sure everything works, and then take some soil samples, see what we're working with. And I think I think that should be that for today. In the next episode, I will be doing some field tillage or fall tillage. So I'm going to be taking a break. Well, I did take a break for a week because I had to work on the farm I work at because we were getting corn planted. So if that answers your question that probably nobody's asking, there's your answer. So I'm going to run over to, should probably grab my grease gun real quick, because I'm going to run over to Combine, and I did buy a corn planter, but I'm going to be, well, not buying it. It's kind of a rent to see how I think of it. I think there's a term for that, but I don't know it. So if you know, please tell me. Make sure everything's working. And I did pick up a corn head. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, so I didn't do my math right. But anyways, it should work. I hope we get a good yield. Should have some information somewhere. I have no data. Okay, we're just swinging it. Okay, let's see if it works. It kind of struggled. Just gotta lift it. Drive forward a little. Okay, good. Then turn around. You should not be opening up a field like this. But this is how we're gonna go with it for now. It does suck a little bit that I did not count correctly. But it should work for now because everything's going in perfectly. And you can see on the yield monitor down there that it's not the best. So I do need to get soil samples and see what kind of soil we're working with, what the pH of the soil is, because that's also a big contributor. Wow. Contributor. And how much nitrogen slash fertilizer we need, because most of that is what we're going to be needing to succeed, so I can keep the farm going. So now I have been thinking about getting a job in town. Oh, I missed one. So I've been thinking about getting a job in town or starting somewhat of a business so that I can provide some income. Like it could be, deadwood and moving trees. Because there is free transportation in this game. So now another headland should work. And a whole pass is about 25%. I think we're gonna get like 1.25 tank of, well, not tank, hopper of corn in this field. So we'll just have to see. Okay, we got this little bit of corn. And, remember when I said that that I think we're going to get a tank and a quarter? So I was off about by like half a tank. Gotta get her lined up here. Oh, I hit the truck. Shoot. Okay. Oh shoot, I didn't switch to box on this. Dang it. So this is, the box on this truck is kind of modded. So mostly, no, because the original box was 3,500 liters. That's like 7,000 something. It's kind of unrealistic, and I gotta change that. But also, when I was combining, this thing kind of started clattering a little bit. Or not clattering, but kind of like clunking sounds. So I think I also got to look at the corn market over here. Prices, corn's right here. We're at the bottom. Okay, so I have to store that in probably the bins here because the other one has soybeans in it. Probably around December. I know June is the top, but December is actually kind of high as well. Usually it's on more of a demand. So I am going to get started on this, or I could have the neighbor. Here, I'll call up the neighbor real quick. I gotta do some stuff. Okay, so I got the neighbor to come out and do that. So I'm going to get the bin set up. Oh, I need an auger. Hang on, I'll go grab the auger. Auger acquired. And so when I dump the corn in the bin, I'm going to have to change this so that I can get the normal amount of anything, basically. The crop, you know what I mean. Again, disconnect that real quick. Going to drive forwards, very down a little bit. Right there. I can back up. Dump the corn in there. Nice. Alright, well I'm going to get probably one of those tractors started today. But also I might not have the time because I do want to go look at that new property. Like I said that last episode, but I had other things to do. Okay, got the truck swapped over to yeah, it was 3,500 liters. Okay, and I got to do some soil samples. I got to run over there, active farm. Okay. Gonna notice in the forecast that there is rain expected, so I got to get this stuff most likely done today, or else we're gonna have to wait a week. What's he doing? I gotta move my cultivator. Picky. Okay, so I stopped talking to him for a little bit. He said he keeps hearing a noise. I told him not to worry about it, and he also checked the back to make sure that we are not dropping anything. So there's a little bit, and like a lot to freak out about. But there's just enough to where you can question it, because we did set that up to where we're not going to lose anything out the back. So I wonder what the noise is. Oh, this thing is kind of heavy on the back. So now what I'm guessing that the soil type is going to be what is that, silty clay, like everything else. So that here, And last one. Okay. So those are being sent over. $200. Let's see. Like I expected, is silty clay. And I mean that didn't surprise me much because on this map I think the soil types aren't as uh, diversified as others. Here, I'm going to he already almost has full tank. So I'm gonna go and work on those tractors. Maybe I can get one working, but I'm hoping I can get the John Deere working because no, not the John Deere, the Case International, because that is just like a starter problem. There could be more. I'm not sure, but I do know that this thing does need quite the shower. Just looking here real quick. All right, let's see if she fires up. Like a charm. Well, that's perfect. Okay, I'm gonna let that run for a little bit because I called Grandpa. He said that that thing probably has not ran in probably 2 years. Is what he was saying. I'm excited. And how to get out of here without hitting every just I'm gonna really clutch out on this thing. Oh, this is gonna be the workhorse. Gonna go get loaded from the neighbor. Now I'm hoping that the corn is yielding as good as we think. But it might be the same story for this because Grandpa really didn't use as much fertilizer and never took any soil samples. He just kind of winged it. So now I have something to tell you guys. I am trying to go to a mobile series because every time I look on my channel dashboard on YouTube Studio, usually it's my old Farming USA 2 videos that are the most views and still get views to this day. It's not bad, but it's kind of also bad because usually people are expecting more American farming or Farming USA 2, but I'm going to try to go back to my roots a little bit, and I'm going to be doing an American farming series, but it's not guaranteed yet. I have a trailer made, but I have to try to figure out what good mobile recording studio to use because the one I used, it's good, but what it does is it blurs it a little bit. Even if I have it on max resolution, I'm gonna have to figure like one that's clear, kind of like not Squad Built, Squad Farming, which is taken over by the Rental Man Buck. So if I can find a mobile recording studio, kind of like his, that makes a clear image, we might be in business. Looking in the used market real quick, there's a drive-over conveyor, but I've heard stories of it tipping or moving. So there's that, a massey square baler, a corn planter, merger. Well, that's something I'm doing. So at the time of recording, tomorrow, so tomorrow at the time of recording, I'm gonna be learning how to merge hay because it will be my first time doing it. But like a week ago, I went out and messed with the merger a little bit, see how it works. I kind of got her dialed in a little bit, but it is more complicated than mowing. Because mowing is just up and down, straight up and down. You do have to watch your RPMs, And depending what brand you get, you have to kind of pay attention a bit more. But merging apparently takes more knowledge, which I can get because the merger is technologically run from like kind of like a monitor in the cab, and it actually wasn't as bad as I thought it was. But the one thing I noticed with ours is that it does not do the split in the middle. It just does the split outwards. Well, the neighbor called and he said he's ran into a tree. I asked him how bad it was, and that he ran into a tree. Oh, I am all over the road. Well, the neighbor called and he said he's ran into a tree. I asked him how bad it was, and he said to come out and look at for it myself. Let's see here. Well, that's a oh. You know, I don't think it's supposed to look like that. So, I'm not saying he's fired, but he might not want to come to work for a couple weeks. But look at this. The PTO got ripped off. That's still can get attached, but the PTO got ripped off. This is bent. Those are snapped off. I guess I know they're still there, but pretend. Your house is kind of screwed up a little bit. I did not need this. And it's supposed to rain later. I gotta figure out what to do with the rest of the corn. Because there's like half the field's already been, didn't need this. Well, I don't have like a tow chain or anything. I gotta make some calls. Alright, yep, yeah. That's understandable. Yep. Yeah, have a good day. You too. Bye. Well, got off the phone with a custom business. Turns out that a lot of people had the same idea and they asked them to, well, they're already hired right now to take out even bigger fields right now because there is rain coming in. I did call around for some other farmers, but most of the farmers here don't really have corn, and so there's some sunflowers, so that's not going to work. A sunflower head is not going to work with corn. So I might have to wait. We got a tarp covered on the hopper, so if it rains, it's not going to be any corn ruined by moisture. But this just sucks. I did not need this today. Well, I'm going to get this corn unloaded. We'll have to see how the weather acts with us and if people are still custom harvesting. Oh, and my gravity wagon broke. That's fun. I definitely needed that today. Well, thank you guys for watching today's video. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.